The dawn of 2026 marks a pivotal moment in Southeast Asia as the Philippines takes another leap forward in defense modernization. Today, we explore the deployment of the Philippines' second BrahMos Coastal Battery, designated Battery 2, MC, a game-changing move with strategic and regional implications. You may remember the Philippines' first BrahMos Coastal Battery, established in 2023. Which deployed the lander-based BrahMos cruise missile system produced by the India-Russia BrahMos joint venture. That system featured lander-mobile launchers emplaced in Luzon, helping protect the northern maritime approaches. With Battery 2 now fully operational, we dive deeper. The new battery of BrahMos Coastal Battery 2, MCA, is installed on the island of Mindanao, on the southern flank of the country. While the exact coordinates remain classified, it's located on elevated coastal terrain facing the Sulu Sea and the Celebes Sea, strategic waterways linking the South China Sea to the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Why Mindanao? For one, it extends the Philippine Navy and AFP's deterrence footprint to the southern passages, plugging gaps and enabling coverage of key sea lines of communication. These waters are crucial for intra-Asian trade, resource transport, and national security. A second coastal battery gives the armed forces a layered defense. Northern Luzon covers the South China Sea, while the new southern installation covers maritime approaches to the west coast of Mindanao and beyond. Battery 2 consists of 2 mobile launcher vehicles, each carrying 3 BrahMos OMC, mobile coastal, missiles, a commander and a control unit, a targeting radar van, and support vehicles for reload, maintenance, and logistics sustainment. The missile is the export variant of the BrahMos ONG, next generation, with a range of up to 300 km, Mach 2.8 plus cruise speed, and a precision navigation system accurate to within 10 µm. Each battery thus fields 6 radio-to-launch missiles. With 2 batteries total, the Philippines now has a ready salvo of 12 BrahMos missiles to cover its entire archipelago, in addition to a rotating roster of sea-based and aerial platforms. Combined with radar coverage from ocean surveillance assets, Battery 2 integrates into a wider missile defense network tying together AFP's maritime patrol aircraft, naval ships and UAFs. The strategic implications are profound. First, it strengthens the Philippines' deterrent posture. Any foreign naval force operating within 300 km of either coastal battery would face the risk of lock-on and higher speed strike. The system can target ships traveling at 50 km or more, even in rough sea state, critical given intense disputed naval activity in these waters. Second, militarily it forces opponents to think twice before venturing into these zones without risking a fast, higher precision strike. The geography of the Sulu Sea and Celebes Sea, with its numerous islands and channels, allows the battery to engage targets from multiple launch vectors, complicating any evasive navigation. Third, the system is mobile and relocatable via roads, stretch trailers, and even strategic rail cars or landing ships. If one location is threatened, the AFP can move the launchers to another coastal site, re-establishing layered coverage. Let's explore the system components in detail. The missile is mounted on a Tatra-built truck chassis adapted for rough terrain. Each TEL, transfer to erector launcher, vehicle carries a sealed box launch configuration. Within minutes of arriving at a prepared site, the crew can erect the launch box, perform system checks, feed target coordinates, and fire. The commander and a control module interfaces with surveillance radar, likely a mobile 3D car-band FACEDA array, allowing target handover in real time. Fire control is fully digitized, with encrypted data links, GPS guidance, and inertial navigation. The missile flies supersonic, cruises low above the water to avoid detection, then ascends briefly before the terminal divert up to Mach 2.8, ensuring little time to react. Reload operations take roughly 30 minutes once an empty launcher has retrieved a new missile from the logistics vehicle. The crew complement per battery is 35 personnel: launchers, fire control operators, command staff, radar technicians, and logistical support. The Philippines acquired the unit through a bilateral agreement with India in late 2024 under a contract worth an estimated $350 million covering munitions, vehicles, training, and logistical support. India's DRDO trained AFP crews at its Odisha facility over 2025, culminating in live air-fire exercises in April 2026 off the Orissa coast. AFP crews achieved a 100 macron% hit rate on maritime targets during low altitude, higher sea state drills on naval vessels traveling at simulated transit speeds. After joint drills with the Philippine Navy in Maya Macron 2026, a mock Surao-based anti-access area denial exercise so the system was shipped to Soekarno-Hatta port in Indonesia, then on to Davao port in Mindanao. Mobile platforms disembarked and moved under cover of darkness to secure coastal high grounds near Davao Gulf, concealed with natural foliage and blackout nets. A week of Site-AO acceptance inspections completed in early June 2026, followed by deployment readiness exercises with naval radar ships and airborne sensors. AFP now confirms operational readiness as of Junior Macron 10, 2026. Operationally, Battery 2 integrates into AFP Joint Task Force Sulu-Sea. Communications links connect mobile command posts with pied maritime patrol aircraft, gimbal Capri UAFs, and Philippine Navy Tagaloga-class frigates. A network defense sensor grid allows layered detection, naval radar, EO/EAR aerostat sites, UAF feeds all feeding target tracks into the BrahMos C2 node. Once a target enters surveillance range, approximately 250 macron km for PAIT, 200 macron km for radar ship, 120 macron km for UAF, the C2 node calculates firing solutions, nominates launcher, and passes fire authorization to higher headquarters. Launch takeoff to impact takes under 10 minutes, prompt enough to strike ships before they exit the engagement envelope. In wartime scenarios, this could also cover potential threats to maritime border enclaves or energy platforms. The Philippine government has underlined peace through credible deterrence as the guiding principle. President Marcos in a Junior Macron 2026 statement praised the system as a guardrail for our maritime sovereignty. This acquisition also strengthens defense cooperation with India. India may provide follow-on support, spare parts, technical upgrades, and integration with Indiana-supplied Barraca 8 air defense missiles on future Philippine Navy corvettes and frigates. Furthermore, India has offered joint radar enhancement exercises in 2027 to refine handoff processes between Indian and Philippine coastal missile sites. Regional security analysts say the BrahMos battery ups the ante in a 2/ad competition. It signals the Philippines' intention to defend its claims and maritime zones across the South China Sea and Sulu-Celebes waterways. It may also catalyze other littoral neighbors Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Taiwan to consider Surao-based supersonic anti-ship systems. Within the AFP, enthusiasm is high. Commander-Chief Mariano told Marine Base staff, "This is more than a missile. It's a deterrence strategy that keeps the peace by being a credible guardian of our seas." Of course, there are challenges. Coastal batteries are powerful, but not invincible. Reconnaissance satellites, drones, patrol aircraft could locate static sites. Oceans nearby offer no overhead concealment radar cross-section from launchers might be detectable. To counter this, AFP rotates the missiles among sites along the Mindanao coast, and plans to camouflage the radar, cargo trucks, and maintenance vehicles within shipping yards or dispersed inland positions. Another factor, supply chain and maintenance. Supersonic missile systems require careful inspections, thermal plating upkeep, and telemetry checks. India has committed to establishing a logistics depot and training local technicians within the AFP in Davao, reducing the need to send parts and crews abroad. Budget-wise, the BrahMos acquisition set off ripple effects, logging nearly $1 billion in total program cost when accounting for Battery 1 and 2, plus logistic infrastructure. By comparison, the AFP's entire annual modernization budget was about $1.5 billion. The government approved supplemental funding in December 2025. Critics point out that attention to other domains of cyber, air defense, aircraft must be balanced with missile investments. Looking ahead, Battery 3 is rumored for the western coast of Palawan, facing the South China Sea's contested features. Planning is underway, but final approval depends on next year's defense budget and regional dynamics. For now, the Philippines holds a new strategic capability, powerful, responsive, and integrated. The BrahMos Coastal Battery 2 on Mindanao shores secures an entire maritime corridor vital to the country's economy and sovereignty. It's a message to allies and adversaries. Ally key entry into Philippine waters comes with irreversible consequences. As 2026 unfolds, watch for naval and missile exercises featuring integrated aerial, maritime, and land assets. AFP aims to validate feedback loops between surveillance nodes and missile launches. If you want a deeper dive into the system's technical specs, tactical doctrine, or how this shapes Indo-Pacific security architecture, let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like future coverage of Battery 3 and joint Filipino-Indian exercises, just say the word. That's our overview of the Philippines' BrahMos Coastal Battery 2 in 2026. Thanks for watching Motor Authority. Stay tuned for more deep dives into defense tech influencing our seas and our world.